Most important things fashion designers don't tell you, you will only learn under a good tutor. Hi guys, you're welcome back again to my YouTube channel. My name is Joy Chisom of the Speedy Woman. You're welcome back again to my YouTube channel. If this is the first time coming, welcome. On today's video, I will share things that fashion designers don't tell you, okay? And these are the things that you will learn from a tutor or under a tutor, okay? So if that interests you, kindly keep on watching, stay tuned, okay? Number one thing in here is not all fabrics behave the same way. Not the same way Ankara behave is the same way silk behave. All of these fabrics behave differently, and they have different structures, self-costly mistakes. They don't behave the same way. You need to know fabrics names and their functions. I have a video that goes on that. I'm going to link it on the description, or check around my channel. You are sure gonna see it, okay? Then the next one is measurement. Measurement equals perfect fit. Guys, in all things you are doing as a fashion designer, make sure that you have a perfect measurement. One of the mistakes people make, especially when they are taking measurements, is adding extra inches in their measurement. When you want to measure someone, or you want to measure, let's say that you want to measure this sleeve, my sleeve like this, please make sure that you measure it accurately. Especially if you're not the one that is making that particular outfit, measure accurately. Then while making the fabric, when making the clothing, you can now add inches, add seam allowance, okay? That's the best way to sew. Not when you want to measure someone that has bust of 34, you make it 36. That's not how to sew. When you're measuring, make sure you have a perfect measurement. This will include a perfect fit, posture, and ease. So please guys, take notes. And all of these matters more than numbers. It's not about making that person look big. It's about getting their perfect and actual measurement. Then you add ease allowance and seam allowance, if you get what I mean. Next on the list is sewing neatness is a skill, not talent. You see, this stop stitching or manipulation, finishing techniques are learned, not guess. You don't guess some manipulation or hemming techniques, okay? You need to undergo under a tutor or a proper fashion school for you to be able to get all of this knowledge. Guys, please, if you are yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel, please kindly hit the subscribe button. And if you know that you are getting value, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Your tools affect your results. If you are using a wrong setting or the wrong needle for this particular fabric, it's going to affect the entire process or the entire outcome of the fabric. So make use of the right tools. There are right tools for sewing. Now if you want to put zip, some people just put their zip like that, but I prefer using zipper foot, okay? Use each tool for what it's meant for. There are some needles that are not good for lace. You can change your needle and put more good or more number of the weight that can carry such kind of fabric. You get what I mean? So use good tool or better tool. This will also enhance the outcome of the fabric. Wrong needle or machine setting can ruin the entire sewing process, okay? So please make use of the right tools. Cutting is more important than sewing. I cannot overemphasize on this. It's better you take more time in cutting and less time in sewing than having a bad cutting. And I don't think when you have a bad cutting, you ever have a good sew, okay? So cutting is more important than sewing. Learn the techniques. Take your time to learn pattern drafting. Take your time to learn how to measure basic bodies. This will also guide you as a fashion designer. Court can never get a perfect outfit. Take it from me. Clients don't usually say or know how to express themselves or what they want clearly. So you need skills or proper training to be able to interpret their needs and give them what they want. Some clients are not problematic, just that they don't know how to convey their information into, writing or sketching, or probably they don't know how to give you that information. But when you know your fashion terminologies, you know the right keywords, you know the right thing to say, perfect. Now you can tell them that 3 fabrics of this cannot sew a flare, depending on their body size. This eliminates confusion. So instead of you losing clients because of styles or because of minor things like this, having yourself trained or undergoing under a tutor will also help you to understand and eliminate such mistakes. Okay, so this will also guide you and give you more clarity. Pricing is also a skill that many people need to learn. Okay, many designers don't know how to price. They end up underpricing themselves because they don't want to lose those clients. Let me tell you, when you place a tag on your skill, people will come as long as you're giving them what they want. I tell you guys this story. I used to make bonnets in a very large quantity. I still make them though. When I started making these bonnets, it was on the rise, and many people around me knew about bonnets. In my local market, they do sell bonnets 300 naira, but I was selling my own bonnet at 2,500 naira for customized bonnet, and for non-customized reversible bonnet I was making 1.5 each. So lots of people were like, is it not this thing they are selling in the market? I was like, go get them. But I guarantee you, I kid you not, most people that bought my bonnet years back are still using it now. But I can tell you that those ones that they got in the market had no structure. It wasn't woven. There wasn't any form of fancifulness, but I give it a uniqueness. I will customize the bonnet. I'm going to give it good finishing, and when the two bonnets stand, it can't even stand. Okay, so give your price, name your price, and when you name your price, someone that sees the value that you offer is going to patronize you. Stop underpricing yourself. And these are things that you will learn from a good tutor. They're going to tell you that don't get afraid as long as you are learning, and learning from a good tutor will also build your confidence as well. So it works for you. You go under a tutor. This is more like you being an apprentice. Yeah, you're an apprentice because you are learning. So when you undercharge, it means that you've not understood the business structure. Because tell me why you are sewing both fabric and making everything with 5k with your own fabric. When I go on TikTok and I see people be like, I'm going to give it to you cheaper, I see those people probably as people who are desperate, or people who don't know what they are doing, or people who don't really have their own customer. Because when you've built a brand, you don't need to come and tag yourself under someone's post for a lower price. No. Okay, so learn under a tutor and know how to price as well. That will also help you. When you know fabric quality, you know fabric prices, then you know how much time it's going to cost you. You know the cost of a fabric, the quality of the fabric, how much time you're going to spend in making the outfit. Then you can now give a full cost of everything, if that makes sense. So learn and learn well from a good tutor. You're going to learn all this costing. YouTube can teach you basics, but a good tutor will correct you real time. So there was a problem that I had while I started learning how to sew. The first person that I got to teach me, I don't know if I would say that the woman doesn't want to teach me or whatever, but it kind of wanted to discourage me. But I told myself no, that I need to go and learn more. So I was considering learning from YouTube and as well going for a physical classes. But I know when I want to learn on YouTube, I have to buy data. I'll have to, give myself more time from my personal schedule, to do all of those things. So the things that I've learned within a short period of time, I don't think I would have gotten all of those things in real time from YouTube. There are so many equipment that I've handled that personally I might not be able to buy it at the time. So it depends on what works. Even though I'm still learning from a personal tutor, I still have to learn how to draft on my own. So there are things that real time you're going to learn from someone, and then on your own you can also venture into one or two aspects of fashion. None of them is a waste, but I'm still trying to say that in real time you grab everything at once. YouTube, it may take you a lot of researching in depth to get it, but all in one, they are all good. Okay, please don't be discouraged. If you are serious about fashion, learn the right way from the start. So that's what I'm trying to say. Learn the basics, learn what you want to know about fashion. Then probably with time you can now depend solely on online courses, solely on online master classes, solely on some here and there, everywhere kind of fashion. But if you really want to learn fashion, I think and I strongly recommend getting a tutor. Okay, even if it's a roadside, there are small things that you are going to learn just by looking at them, doing or practicing that particular craft. Okay, yes. So not to discourage everyone, it took me a lot of time to compile these videos, and it also takes a lot from me to be very honest, to tell you that online learning from YouTube or online learning and physical learning are both good. In my own knowledge, I feel like consistency is the best, is the master pata, because even if you finish learning from online class or you finish learning from a physical class and you still don't have the passion and the zeal, you're still not gonna be very good in your craft. Practice, they say, makes perfect. So don't take any of these tips lightly. Okay, so I got a question from one of my followers on TikTok. This is like a bonus tip. So she asked me whether to go for fashion school, or whether she should I think that was what she asked me, or whether she should get equipment, you know sorry, whether she should go for a fashion school, like a proper structured fashion school we all know about, or she should learn from a roadside tailor. Not like a roadside tailor, but tailor near me kind of thing. So I gave it a thought, or like I didn't give her a thoughtless opinion or advice. So I told her that in my own advice, in my own thinking, I feel like since she have this particular amount that she mentioned that she would like to use for her fashion career, that learning from someone closest to her, while she used the other money that she had to get what's it called, sewing machine, because at the time she doesn't have a sewing machine, get a sewing machine, get equipment, get pattern paper and pattern drafters, get fashion tools and all of that. Mind you, fashion is money. Okay, you need so many things. Even if you go to that fashion school, you still need to practice. So she was coming from a place of, I had this money but they are not enough, so I need to manage my finances. But if you are someone that had it all figured out, I will advise you do what works for you. But my advice for her was to go for something that is very sustainable while she's still trying to figure out that, instead of going to fashion school and still come out without having any sewing machine at her disposal to keep practicing. So I don't know the advice that worked for any of them, but that was what I told her and she was grateful for that. So if you find this video really helpful, do not forget to give it a thumbs up. Thumbs up, oh guys, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like, share and subscribe. Share this video to someone that it could be of much benefit to. See you guys on my next video, and please do not make this your last. Toodles.